And in international news, not quite the usual protest in Hong Kong this evening. Hundreds gathered at an unlikely location outside the Space Museum in Tsim Sha Tsui. The protesters have been directing laser pointers at the museum's dome, as well as nearby trees and buildings. It comes after a university student leader was arrested for carrying laser pointers. Let's cross over to our correspondent, Wei Du, who is there right now. Wei, good evening. Explain to us just what the protesters are trying to achieve.
Dawn, you would have probably heard that this protest has really taken on quite some party atmosphere. Now, officially, this is a stargazing event, so hundreds of Hong Kongers armed with their laser pointers, a common tool for amateur stargazers, have come out to outside the Space Museum, but it really didn't take long for the crowd to start chanting slogans of the protest. And now some of the slogans are being projected onto the wall of the museum. Now, what directly prompted this protest was, of course, the arrest of a Baptist University student, He was arrested yesterday for the possession of an offensive weapon, in its case 10 laser pointers. The police says that these laser pointers are high voltage ones. They have the ability to really harm people. And Keith Fong is a student protester. At a press conference earlier today, the police did a demonstration to show how one of these pointers aiming at close range could induce smoke from a piece of paper. But out here, these protesters found that demonstration deeply unconvincing. Take a listen.
Actually, you use a sharpened pencil to poke through a paper. It would be more effective than using a laser pen to burn someone.
咁就見到其實警方佢係嘗試去證實呢個laser筆係危險啦。咁的確係使用不當係會危險嘅，呢個唔會否認嘅。但係佢嘅示範就係用一個其實你喺太陽底下攞放大鏡射住啲黑色嘅嘢，其實都會着火嘅方法。咁我覺得其實你咁樣 prove 到佢係危險，點解你唔同我講你揸住支削尖嘅鉛筆，其實都係吉親人嘅喎？你唔好同我講呢個都係危險。
Over the past 3 hours, these protesters have been doing their own demonstration. They've trained the laser pointers onto the tree, onto the wall of the Space Museum, at one point onto a piece of newspaper, so far failing to get anything on fire. Of course, the police did say that the seized laser pointers, actually they call them laser guns, are very different from these household laser pointers. That said, though, that difference right now makes a very little sense to the people gathered here, because this protest is about much more than just the arrested student and laser pointers. Because the people are also not just young people dressed in black. We have entire families, professionals who have just left the office. And many of them just bought their laser pointers just a few hours ago, alarmed by what they see as expanding police power. One of them earlier told me that if the police in Hong Kong could classify something as common as a laser pointer as an offensive weapon, then there would be very little freedom left in the city. Back to you guys.
All right, Wei, thank you very much for that update. Our correspondent there, Wei Du in Hong Kong.
Earlier today, hundreds of lawyers in the city took part in a silent march. Wearing black suits, they braved the summer heat as they walked to the Department of Justice. They called on the government to be neutral in prosecuting demonstrators and to safeguard the city's judicial independence.
They also backed the protesters' demand for an independent inquiry into the government's handling of the political crisis, saying a probe led by the Police Complaints Council is insufficient.